Hello, weary traveler. I'm not sure what strange magic must have brought you here, but you have stepped into a realm of my creation. A sprawling city filled with danger and glory, and most importantly, lots of gold. I call it Isla Numus. Who am I, you might ask? The name is Jarjim, and I'm the patron deity of gambling. Long story short, this group of idiots, or as you may call them, heroes, made a bet with me that they had what it took to make a vast trove of gold, but left some of the key details blank, so I filled them in myself. I sent them to this pocket dimension, into the city I had created with brand new bodies they'd have to attune to. Can these fools pass my test, or will they be trapped here forever? So, experience my world of trials and tribulations, and join alongside this posse of pitiful people, or as I like to call them, the Criminals of Isla Numus.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Criminals of Isla Numus. I am Skylar, I am the Game Master, and you've probably been wondering, why hasn't Quinn, aka Lil Sauce, been on all our episodes leading up until now? Well, it's technically twofold. On one hand, he was on a trip, and on the other hand, he was separated from the rest of the group, right? Lil Sauce was separated from the rest of the group when he went and investigated Blankspace. We'll get into that here momentarily. But whatever the case, he was separated from the rest of the group, and now you're going to hear the story of what he was up to while the rest of them were out hunting down the monsters for the Coliseum. So, without further ado, let's jump into Criminals of Isla Numus, Lil Sauce's side adventure.
Let's go. Lil Sauce episode. Hey, yo. All right, so we last were, well, I saw the chief die, and pretty much he told me to go investigate. Who was that again?
He gave you a handful of things, right? He said everything was connected as he was laying there dying. Everybody else in Blankspace, all the other agents and so forth, all dead. You're technically the only person left, and technically you aren't even an agent of Blankspace.
Well, yeah, because I left.
But, you know, I mean, you're the closest thing since you're days from being a agent of Blankspace.
Yes, and who was he told me to go look after?
So he told you that everything was connected. There was this huge conspiracy that spanned not only just the city of Isla Numus, but possibly the entire world. He said that there are the Legionnaires were incredibly dangerous and somebody to watch out for. He said to keep an eye out for, I think there was another group or organization. And then the third thing he said to start with was the grave robbers. He said, start with the grave robbers. It's the beginning of the connections. You'll be able to figure the rest out from there, as far as he was available or able to say. And with that, he let out his final breath, and the chief died. Now, you know that previously, one of the kind of things that was happening behind the scenes when all of this whole situation started, where you met the rest of the group, the king had just died. Now, you know that the king, that particular king, was the one that initiated the start of Blankspace. And he was it was a very secretive police department. People were vaguely aware that it existed, but they didn't know much about it. It was kept very on the hush. And so the king was one of the few people that was sort of a leading figure that not only initiated it, but was kind of in charge of it and knew about it. And so with the king dead, and now everybody from Blankspace dead, as far as anyone's concerned, all of Blankspace is gone. It is completely wiped out. So you are the remaining agent that even knows of just what Blankspace was and how much it kind of outstretched into the city, how much they did, how much they were doing to keep the people of the city safe. So with that being said, like I mentioned, the chief had left you with the knowledge.
So basically, I'll start this, just a quick recap, in case someone's hopping in. Basically, I live here. These guys come in. They're from an outer world. From what I see is Jarjim.
Yep.
Jarjim. I see him. I see this rock. So I realize that these guys are probably who they say they are. It really messes with me. I come kind of dark. I kind of lose my mind a little bit, be like, man, and this is coming off of the McGregor incident, which I think we'll maybe potentially get into a little bit too. Having to kill my best friend, that's obviously been said. So, and basically what I don't think people do know is the Lil Sauce was actually, I mean, I've always been known as somewhat decent cook, but, and I had
the sauce.
the sauce was actually just something I brought to like potlucks and stuff like that. But obviously, so after the death of McGregor and everything, they put me on, basically, they didn't want to put me on desk duty because they were feared for, my mental health, stuff like that. But I also needed to be, within reason, I needed to, that was a traumatic experience for Lil Sauce. So Lil Sauce needed something to do, but he needed to be on the field. So basically, the way that they spun it to Sauce is, right, yeah, you're going to watch over, the town here, you're gonna have a sauce business.
Mm-hmm.
So that sauce business hadn't been open for too long. It was basically a cover up, but
but also kind of a lucrative business.
They do him well, and that's kind of what the agency really wanted me just to focus on making sauce and selling it. They knew nothing would happen in that district, or so they thought until I met you guys. But Sauce thought he was actually, every day he's keeping an eye out. But they put me in an area where.
Well, in the Mediumville district where you were stationed at and you live at and everything like that, it's known to be kind of like the slums.
But nothing that's going to be...
It's nothing extreme. Yeah. It's not any of like the big crime. Like the Limitators aren't doing stuff in there. The Legionnaires aren't doing stuff in there. The Beasts are usually like the...
So when you guys come along, I'm really impressionable. That's when I go into my dark phase and it's like, I'm like, oh, nothing has meaning, we do that thing. Everybody knows about that, the court case, all that.
Yep.
So now that I wanted to be done with Blankspace and move on, but then the chief comes. He says he helps me in the monster battle to get out on the 28th Amendment?
Yeah, the 28th Amendment or whatever.
So he helps me in that fight. Obviously, now we go back to Blankspace. I say I go back, and I find everybody dead.
Yes.
So that's kind of the quick recap.
Recap.
Anybody? So, because there's a lot of emotion going on with Lil Sauce. He did not want to go back. He wanted, because he's riding with this new group now. He's seen what Jar Jim does and the Rock and everything and our mission and all this, and kind of realizes that they just need to make this, $1 million gold?
Yeah, million gold pieces.
So $1 million gold. He just kind of wants to experience at this point. It comes from more of he's so willing to trust you guys because of him killing his best friend.
Mm-hmm.
If this isn't actually real, then did he really kill his best friend? Because he's in that mindset of...
That's a good point.
Well, if
this world is...
If this world isn't really real, that I really didn't kill my best friend, I don't really exist, I can move on to these worlds and maybe these guys can become my friends or whatever. If I do some crime here, I was so against crime, I was so against it, but if I do it, maybe it's not going to have, maybe there really are no consequences. Maybe I kill, it doesn't matter. Doing whatever it could to get to that next world, get out of this pocket dimension. So, again, I agreed to go back to him. So I go back to him, and the thought, I seeing him dying and everything looks real to me. So, you kind of changed my mind in that instance again, and again, very impressionable, going through a lot at this time.
And I think the situation, I know this kind of feels almost like a Q&A or something like that.
It does, but it's
this is what we have to go through these emotions in order to understand the character. I think there's also the element, too, of your experience with Gideon McGregor, right? It's McGregor's dad.
That definitely did not help things along the way, and with this construct or whatever we fought, demon...
that was pretending to be McGregor to some extent, and had nefarious purposes. And again, that kind of brings, I think it brought a human element into it, where this is somebody that you've known all your life, Gideon McGregor specifically, and even though you want to get out of this world, there are still people here that you care about and that have been a part of your life.
And I kind of forgot about them for a short time there.
Right.
But seeing them all dead is really kind of brought back to me. So I know the character's kind of gone a lot of different ways here, but I feel like coming into this story, people don't realize how close that McGregor incident was.
Yeah.
That was not, I might, say, it was a while ago, but it is actually fairly recent.
Sure.
Trying to forget it, saying, it was years ago or whatever. But it was actually within the last year or so.
Probably.
Obviously, I'm still on light duty or whatever they would have called it. So, go back, I see him dead. He tells me, grave robbers and legionnaires.
Yeah.
So, legionnaires, Amidst the technological developments and rise of constructs and other robotic features, came with an organization that refers to itself as the Legionnaires, although many call them steamers in my area.
This is actually the group that you and McGregor were trying to infiltrate.
Okay.
And then, everything went to crap, and you ended up having to kill McGregor, yeah.
And then they pulled me.
Exactly.
So they pulled me out of there. Obviously, I didn't blow my cover, so
I think the raid on that group, like, it's got sects, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's different sects of the Legionnaires across the city. That particular sect got raided thanks to the work that you and McGregor did.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a little bit too late. We were forced to keep cover. So I think that might work to my advantage a little bit later on. Some might recognize me, some might not. But they definitely don't recognize me as an undercover agent or not one of them.
Right. So,
and I know a lot of them, they kind of keep to themselves. But if they saw me out in public with you guys or whatever, I don't think they think anything of it. So, but still don't know the core. Obviously we were working our way up. We know a little bit about them. Don't know everything.
Right.
Still working our way up. They chase. What we do know is they're in the Wakandale district.
Mm-hmm.
They believe they can attain eternal life through making themselves into like some sort of construct or robot, basically. One time I saw a guy. So when we were in that, when we were infiltrating them, we were undercover. Saw a guy with a robotic arm, and it wasn't just like a normal prosthetic. I mean, this thing was like. It made him.
It was able to function in like crazy ways.
I mean, it did everything it handed plus some. I mean, it had
no-go gadget.
I mean, it had a spoon in the pinky finger. Oh, no, he could eat his soup,
and then he could like look all. Well, I don't know. That kind of looks goofy, but anyway, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
so it works. And then also, so I'm told about that, and I'm also recently within the city, I believe in multiple districts, the grave robbings have been happening. A few robbers that have been captured have been found with strange magical items. Won't talk about their fellow thieves at all.
Yeah.
They've kept quiet. So there's nothing that the city or Blankspace before it was destroyed has learned about the grave robbers themselves. So basically, at this point, I'm going to search the office. I'm going to see if there's anything I can find, anything that's maybe note letters or and then after I search the office, I'd like to search the main area, the main like gathering area. Then once we do that, I'd like to search the store. That's our front. Okay, that's our front. So I want to search all three of them. I'll roll here, and we'll see if I can't see anything that's maybe any information that maybe the chief forgot to tell me. But maybe because obviously he's got a case. Yeah. Maybe his case notes, or that I can find some case notes from anybody. On top of that, ideally, more so than looking for case notes, because I do know where to find Legionnaires, for the most part. I'm looking for maybe footprints or clues along the way of maybe a struggle or something. Because there is a lot of blood everywhere. Yeah. Obviously, I don't think I'd be able to tell whose blood is who unless it's maybe a different color or something like that. Something along those lines. But footprints, ripped clothing, maybe a hat on the floor or something along those lines. So we'll start with the office of the chief. Yep. See if we can.
Do me an investigation check.
19.
19. Wow. Okay. So you looking around the office and you see a note that was written. So when whoever it was that attacked this place did what they did. Fire was a huge part of it. You can tell that they wanted to try to burn records of things that were here at the headquarters for Blankspace. And so a lot of stuff is burned, but you do see that kind of underneath the busted desk of the chief, there's a note that's like half burnt, but what you can read is it says, assign. They would call you Feather McGregor, I'd assume. That's like an official. Did they call you Sauce?
If anything, that would be official. Would be Feather.
Okay.
If someone told me to call, it'd be Sauce.
Okay, that makes sense. So it says assign Feather McGregor to talk to Birkenrock about grave robbers. And you actually recognize the name Birkenrock. So within the city, it's not really an organization per se. It's more of just a slang term that people use for this entire group of sort of the lowest of the low. And I'm not talking just financially. These are guys that they've hit rock bottom and they're willing to do anything to get what they want. And they're often considered pretty dangerous, but you'll find them on every street corner. They're people that people hire to do the dirty work nobody else wants them to do, whether it be, it could be an assassination job. Usually it's some small time work, like get rid of this body for me, or just something gross or nasty or something that nobody else wants to get caught with. Any kind of drug ring usually has these guys involved with it. They're known as the Scroungers. These Scroungers all across the city, they're not by any means like unified. They're not organized by any means. They're just like a term.
Just a general term for someone who's willing
the really crappy criminals. Yep, exactly. And Birkenrock is actually one of these Scroungers. You've actually interacted with him. He's kind of been one of those like pseudo informants guys. You used to go to him whenever you couldn't find answers about something. And you track him down, and usually he didn't want to talk, but you'd convince him to talk, and then he'd give you some information, and that would kind of help send you on leads. And so, obviously, the chief is trying to say, Birkenrock knows something about the grave robbers. I've had Feather McGregor do some stuff involving him before, so I'm going to send him out to go talk to him again.
And that's all we find in there?
That's what you find.
No clothes or anything?
No, but I would say that stemming from that investigation role, you do also notice footsteps amidst the, mix of blood and burn marks.
Are they human footprints? Or are they animal
They're
footprints?
boots. They're boots. They're very large. And they actually left, because they're so heavy, they left a semi-indent in the floor wherever they went.
Okay, so what type of creature could do that?
I mean, anybody that wears boots, but it's the fact that these are so like heavy, almost like they were made out of maybe metal or something along those lines.
So almost like armor of some sort. They came in prepared. Okay, so I'm going to go out to the commons area.
Now, one thing I'll say, as you start to head over to the commons area, you start to hear voices coming from outside of the headquarters. And it sounds like, just off in the distance, you're hearing,
"Oh, I don't know, this chariot is kind of tipped over. I think we should check this out."
And you recognize that's, the voice of usually the town guard.
Mm-hmm.
They might be headed in here to see, maybe there were some sounds that were reported, obviously, from when the attack happened. These guys are here to investigate.
They're going to be in the storefront, right? Our front.
That's true, yep.
So
But they might try to investigate further.
Would they find the entrance?
If they searched hard enough, I think they might. I think the reports of such an amount of noise that came from this whole situation, I mean, they're going to walk into the storefront. There's not going to be anybody there. They're going to be like, "Oh, that's weird." And then they're going to start looking.
Honestly, my first thought is I recognize these guys as the guards. And they're not very useful, but honestly, them finding out, having allies is not necessarily the worst thing.
Let me ask you this then, and I'm not trying to lead you in any direction.
Right.
I guess to some extent maybe because I'm the DM and I'm this is sort of hinting, but if they walk in and they see this huge mess of death and destruction and you're the only one alive in there, is that gonna trigger something?
So I'm not gonna be able to investigate the storefront. So let me investigate the commons area, and there's obviously multiple ways in and out.
Okay.
I'll take out one of the back ways out. So I guess I'll skip on investigating the storefront. Let's investigate and see the common area where,
all the dead agents and everything.
Dead agents would have their desks.
Yep.
They would have, paperwork and stuff on all of their assignments currently.
Sure.
So obviously, you think they would have fought back, but I'm not sure. So. Let's see. 14.
All right, 14. Yeah, there definitely looks like there was definitely a struggle. They tried to fight back to the best of their ability, but this happened so fast that there wasn't a lot of opportunity, or so intensely, you might even say.
Do I know who would have been working on the Legionnaires case and where that desk would have been?
That is a good question.
Because I was around. I did quit for a couple weeks, but would I know who was assigned to that?
Yeah, I think one agent, his name was Fredericks, was on that case. He probably had a partner. You're not really sure who it was. They were kind of deciding who was going to volunteer for that. Not a lot of people wanted to after what happened with you and McGriddle when you guys infiltrated. But interestingly enough, you actually do notice that his particular area is smoldered entirely, as if someone wanted to destroy those records more than anything else. One thing that you do find scattered throughout the room, though, are these little, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like clockwork pieces, little cogs. They look shattered, as if, and they're kind of stemming around, like embedded into the walls, as if maybe there was an explosion that these were involved with. So this was sort of like some sort of explosive projectile that was filled with these. But you definitely know that this is a staple of either somebody from the Wakandale district, because they're very technologically savvy, but it would make a lot of sense if it was the Legionnaires given the circumstances.
Okay. So, I am going to run over to the storefront entrance.
Huh?
I'm going to try and grab some rubble or whatever I can and try and block it to hopefully keep them out and be like, oh, this door doesn't open. It must just be the storefront, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Or hopefully, I don't know if I want them necessarily finding. I don't know how much time I have though either.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just get out of there.
Okay.
Because like you said,
You have a lead, which is
yeah,
nice.
them finding me in there is going to be the worst thing for me, and that's just going to put the group behind again. And plus you probably want them in there. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and take out the back exit. As I'm walking out, I turn around, take one last look, and I hear them kind of at the door. And
Yep.
I skedaddle. All right, so I get out of there and get back out on the street.
Okay.
All right, so the first thing I guess I need to do is go talk to Birkenrock.
All right. Sounds good. And you know where he's at. He likes to hang around in the Mediumville district again with a lot of the other lowlifes and so on and so forth. No offense, of course, to yourself.
No.
And so you find him. He's just in a back alleyway. He's wearing like real grungy, loose clothing. If you've ever seen The Big Lebowski, this looks like the dude. I mean, he just kind of looks like the dude. And he's just sitting there, or he's probably leaned up against a wall, just hanging out. And as soon as he sees you start to approach, he goes, "Oh, crap." And he starts to hobble away, but he's not very fast.
Is there anywhere that's selling food around the area?
Sure.
Like just like a street vendor?
Yeah. There's
Like maybe like a mobile meal of some sort?
Well, there's a mobile sausage roll cart.
All right, how much for a sausage roll?
Just you could throw a gold piece at him. He'll give you the fixins.
I get 2 sausage rolls. Or
Alright.
2 gold.
Yeah, no, 1 gold.
1 gold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll cover 2 for sure. These are not an expensive food. If you're paying 1 gold for anything any food item in the Mediumville district, I think you're getting ripped off.
Oh, it's got lobster.
Oh,
Maybe. All right, so I take those.
mystery meat.
I leave the rest for a tip. Whatever.
Oh, right on.
And walk over to Birkenrock. I'm like,
He's hobbling away. He's like, "Oh no, no,
oh no, be like,
guy again."
I'm not here to harm you or take you to jail. Here,
Yeah, but you're gonna ask me.
sit down and eat. Sit down.
I can't say no to a sausage roll. All right. And he sits down. He takes a sausage roll. He starts munching away.
I need your help.
Oh, I figured as much.
What do you know about the Legionnaires and the potential of grave robbing in the area?
Let me tell you one thing. I don't think that any Legionnaires are doing the grave robbing. That's for sure.
Could anybody be doing it for them?
Maybe. It's possible. And he sits there and he munches away at his sausage roll.
Do you know? Have you been involved in any of the grave robbing? Trust me, I don't care.
No, I don't mess around with the grave robbers. No, not me.
So you do. I don't care if you have. Would you mind? I give you 10 gold and another sausage roll if you take me with you.
Well, hold on.
And maybe a couple friends. Because I need to see what's going on.
I tell you what.
Okay.
I'll take the deal. I don't want to take you anywhere. Okay, this is look. I know we've had our whole thing in the past. You know, I tell you something, you go deal with it. You've done a pretty good job of that. Kept me out of trouble, which is good because I can't have anybody knowing that I'm doing any kind of snitching. But I can't take you there. Look, this is some. This might not be Legionnaires level, but it's still pretty dangerous crap.
Okay.
But I can tell you. Yeah, I can tell you when it went.
Interesting. I mean, it's about as good as it gets. I'm gonna have to take that then.
Well, I'm gonna have to take 10 gold and another sausage roll. That's what it sounds like to me. All right. Here's what I'll tell you. My buddies, Twitch and Bungus.
Hang on 1 second.
All right. Lil Sauce busts out a little like police notepad and starts writing it down.
Twitch and Bungus?
Yeah, Twitch and Bungus.
What are their legal names?
Come on, man. You know how those scroungers work. I don't tell you nothing about my name, my identity. We don't even really use.
Bro, I know your name's Todd.
Don't announce that, okay?
Oh, sorry, Todd.
It's not.
Or Birkenrock.
It's not kosher to use it. And we really don't use it anyway. I don't even pay taxes, man.
Well, I don't. Of course I know.
Much less use my real name.
You're not gonna be in. Trust me, there ain't no trouble coming from my end right now.
Look,
I ain't got much power.
Twitch and Bungus is all you got to know, but you'll know when you see them because they're gonna be in a place that nobody else is at. Okay?
And this is in a graveyard.
Yeah, they're gonna. How'd you know? Oh, well, wait. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Okay, when and where?
North Asgardian Cemetery tonight. Probably, I don't know, once it gets dark. They'll be there. They're going to be digging up some bones for the grave robbing job. Now, I'll throw in a little bonus since you got me an extra sausage roll. And I love these things. But there's a guy that's been going around hiring up as many scroungers as willing to take the job to go dig up bones in any and all graveyards. That's all I know. And so Twitch and Bungus, they heard about this. They need the money. Well, I mean, we all need the money, but these guys need the money, okay?
Where's the rock? Do I have it?
Yeah, you have the rock.
How much is it to level up and everything?
It varies.
All right, that's fine. We continue on.
Okay. Anyway, yeah.
I have a lot of gold, so I might call him in a minute.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, that's what I know. Twitch and Bungus tonight, North Asgardian Cemetery. They know more, obviously, because they're directly involved in it. I'm not gonna go out digging. Look at these arms. I can't dig with these arms, okay? That's not what I do.
No, I know. I appreciate your time. You've been a real, I dare say friend.
Wow. You okay? I don't know why I care, but this is weird.
Oh, you got that's 2 sausage rolls builds trust, man.
Well, I didn't know that we were like that.
I sometimes you gotta appreciate who you have, and sometimes you don't have anybody. So when you do have somebody, you gotta appreciate them.
Dang. You're making me want to go tell my mom I love her.
I do that. I stand up and I walk away. I'm gonna go to.
It is getting a bit late because you guys did the Coliseum. You went to go check.
It is gonna be. I'm gonna have no time to go find them. I'm gonna have to go investigate.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
If you want to maintain this lead, you're gonna have to follow this yourself. Also, you have no idea where they are because they said they were going back to your place, but you're not sure. They could have changed course.
Do I have night vision or anything like that?
Does it say dark vision?
Eye for detail. No, and arcane ritual casting, mimicry, expert forgery.
I mean, to be fair, it's not gonna be like pitch black by any means. There'll be some torches here and there. And
do I have time to go back to my house on the way?
Not if you're gonna make it to North Asgardian Cemetery.
What am I wearing?
Just your whatever is on your character sheet. Yeah, your robe.
My normal robe.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna put my hood up and work my way over to the cemetery.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you beeline it for the cemetery. You get there. It's still a little light out, so you kind of just hang around for a little bit before it starts to get dark. And sure enough, you see off in the distance, you can hear the sound of what sounds like digging. And obviously in a cemetery, especially in kind of more of a medieval, right, time period, digging's not necessarily abnormal. But at this time of night, that's kind of weird. And there's one thing that you know about the cemeteries across all of Isla Numus, and that is that people do not like going to them at night. People in our world don't like going to cemeteries at night, but imagine a world where ghosts and wraiths and so on and so forth are very much a real thing that people are aware of. People don't mess around in cemeteries unless they have good reason to.
Right. Can I listen in to anything that they're saying?
Are you going to move in closer? So you
I would like to move in a little bit closer.
Yeah, you move in closer, and yeah, sure enough, you see there's 3 shovels there. You got one shovel that's just jammed in the ground, and there's a lamp that's kind of hanging off of it. And then you got 2 guys. They've actually got some like crowbars, and they're trying to open up this old mausoleum that's there. And as they're talking to each other, you just hear,
Man, I heard this guy. He was super magical when he was alive. We're gonna make so much cash if we can get these bones, man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get so much cash off these bones, Twitch. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. What are you gonna spend your money on, Twitch?
Oh man, I heard that there's some spinach out there, and it's real good stuff, man. They got like a whole new type of it that's out there, and it gives you a heck of a high, man. It just boosts you up real good.
I heard that stuff is bad for you, Twitch.
Yeah, but I heard that King Fortunus is back, and he's just been injecting himself with this stuff, and he's going nuts. Like, man, if I could get my hands on some of that, maybe we could rob a bank. Oh, do you know how easy it would be to rob a bank if we was on burst?
Do I need to go in for anything else? I mean, I pretty much know exactly what they're doing now. They're digging up the bones and taking bones.
yeah, but you got
of
it.
magical individuals.
But for who and why? What would be your next steps if you don't get some information out of these guys?
Well, I'm gonna have to beat it out of them.
All right.
Oh, that's what you're hoping. Really? All right.
Well, actually, intro me to where you're headed right now.
So there, I can see them I'm assuming I'm like in a tree or behind a tree.
Yeah, probably behind a tree.
What are these? What kind of creatures are they?
Bungus is a half orc, but he looks really dumb. He's pretty muscular, but he looks really dumb. He's the one that's actually on the crowbar right now. The other dude is a scrawny little gnome guy. And he's like kind of hopping up and down on his feet like,
Oh, you don't know. You get the leverage right there. Yeah, then the pull. Give it a pull. No, you see, you messed it up. You got to put it right there. There you go. Now hold it. Now give it a pull. See, you messed it. It slid out.
Slid out? It's not my fault.
Yeah, but you got to make sure it doesn't slid. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take the voice of Birkenrock.
Birkenrock? Okay.
Birkenrock.
Interesting.
And take the voice and be like, and I'm gonna go say, guys, it's Birkenrock. Don't freak out. Everybody quiet. We want to live quiet.
What you want me to?
Yeah,
What's
if I'm here, that it's urgent. Twitch?
It's not Burgess.
Hey, Bungus, did you not hear what he said? He said, shut up. Birkenrock, where are you? I hear your voice. I don't see you.
I am about 40 feet to your left. Twitch, I need you to come here. Bungus, continue doing what you're doing.
Oh, okay, you got it, Birkenstock. Sorry, Birkenstock.
Oh, shut up.
Sorry. My voice just carries.
Twitch kind of starts shuffling over in the direction that you told him to.
Birkenrock, what are you even doing out here? You're not even part of this whole get-up.
I've got news.
Okay. Am I supposed to come around the tree or stay on this side?
Come back to the tree here. Come back to the tree.
Yeah, okay, I'm over here.
Who are you digging up for this time?
Who am I digging up this time?
Yes.
I think his name was Benny.
Oh, okay. And who are you taking the bones to this time?
What do you mean this time? It's always the same. It's Radicus.
Radicus?
Yeah, Radicus.
What's he paying you to do this?
Oh man, he's giving us.
I had a crew, guys. I took a cut. If I'm out here, it's urgent. You know this. It was my condition, but I had a couple guys hired to do the job a couple weeks ago. They paid me 10 gold to do the job.
They gave you 10 gold. They find the magic ones, the magic bones.
That's what we're looking for, right?
Well, I mean, look, Radica said he'd pay for any bones, but he said he preferred magic bones. That's where the money's at, right? So, I looked into this guy, right? That's buried in the mausoleum here, this Benny guy. He's magic. He was a magic man. When he was alive, he was some kind of wizard or something. I don't know.
How much is he paying you for these bones? I could pay you more.
What? Well,
We're kind of trying to maybe, take over some of the business here.
why do you want the bones? He won't even tell us why he wants the bones.
Well, if you think about it, if I have a stockpile of magic bones, I could be the middleman and mark them up. Would you be interested in that?
Roll.
I'm just trying to get as much info as
Yeah.
asking all these dumb questions.
No, I get you.
Until I end up
Roll a deception check.
11.
11. He says,
Wait, why would we? I don't think that he's debating the prices. I don't think you're going to be able to talk him up. Look, hey, Radicus is a dangerous dude, okay? I watched him kill people because they brought him bones he didn't like. So I don't want to mess around with this one, Bert.
Can he give you direction to come and grab these ones specifically?
Well, no, he just told us to bring back bones.
So what if you bring back ones you don't like?
Well, I think between you and me, I think they was fake bones. I think they got some like clay or something, and then they just painted them white and made them look like bones. Or something like that. I don't know. Maybe they were just sticks. Maybe they were just white sticks.
Do I know who Radicus is? I've ever heard
I don't think you have ever heard of this guy.
Okay, so I don't know who this is.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear Bungus, or rather, you don't hear Bungus. You hear a loud slam sound come from Bungus's direction, and you hear him say,
Hey, Twitch, I think I got it.
and
You'll help him. Okay. I'm hiding out of sight. I have people after me. I'm sending a Kenku to help you.
I don't care. Bungus, what's going on? Oh my!
and you see over where they're at, the two of them have managed, or at least Bungus has managed to open the door of this mausoleum, and there is a glowing figure that is currently it's sort of floating in the air. It is swooping down and trying to grab at Bungus at the moment. Twitch has run about halfway to it, and he's just staring at it, kind of in his mind. You can tell he's debating, am I really all that interested in my friend, or should I just run away from this situation? Because that looks like a ghost.
Now, I'm kind of curious. I'm just going to sit back and say what's happening, but I also want to kind of go up and be able to help him. So if I can say I'm from being sent to help him, I can be with them without being more detected.
Sure.
Hopefully.
Sure.
I'm going to see what's unfolding here, though, because at this moment, I'm going to hop down from the tree. I'm going to kind of, I'll get down on the ground, but at this point, I kind of want to see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, basically, you watch as this kind of terrifying figure, this glowing figure, starts to cackle.
I will drag your life force.
And he floats over, and I don't think you've ever seen any of the Harry Potter stuff, but there's you have? Okay, you remember the Death Eaters?
Yeah, so.
He doesn't look at all like a Death Eater, but when he floats down towards Bungus, he starts to, pull Bungus's essence into him, just like the Death Eaters do in Harry Potter. So, Bungus is like, Twitch, help!
Does Twitch help him any?
Yeah, Twitch helps him. Twitch goes running in.
Yeah.
He picks up the shovel, and he just starts swinging it at the specter. And it kind of just goes right through the specter.
Does it interrupt the soul stealing or whatever?
Yes. In fact, the specter kind of pulls back from it and sees that Twitch is fighting back. And it goes,
Your insolence will be punished.
and it holds out its hand to try to grab him. It fails to grab him as he kind of nimbly dodges out of the way, but it's continuing to sort of fly around and attack these two. It's trying to, otherwise, siphon their life force out, it seems.
Can you fight something like this?
Yeah, you can.
Is it going to be effective?
I guess we'll see. I mean, If you know one thing as a magician, it's that if you're going to fight magical monsters, you might want to do it with magic and not a shovel.
Yeah.
Or even a sword, unless the sword is magic. But that's what you would know.
We're gonna sneak attack him.
Okay.
Can I get an advantage on that?
Yeah, I'd say. Well, technically no, but you do get to go first. So we'll roll initiative, and I'll roll for the other two and the
I
ghost.
didn't attack them. This could have gone so much worse.
Sure.
No, it's 2.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, okay, but you're gonna go first in the order anyways because this is a sneak attack.
Obviously, I'm gonna attack the ghost.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna do Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Okay.
That'd be 11.
11 to hit. It'd be just shy. You rush forward and you blast this cone of cold that you can see freezing everything as you hear the wind, this howling cold wind, go flying towards it. The ghost dodges out of the way just in time. It doesn't notice that you're attacking just yet. It just, there's a lot going on right now. It just happens to be swerving out of the way as it goes for one of the two other fools.
Okay.
So with that, it will attempt to life drain on Bungus. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going to hit. It grabs onto Bungus, almost sort of like possessing him to some extent. Like its body or its ethereal existence kind of merges with his physical. And he freezes up. And again, you see that sort of absorption as life force gets pulled out of him. And he just passes out. He might be dead. You're not sure. Twitch screams, Bungus! No! Bungus! But obviously he's a little distracted with this shovel, trying to keep this ghost at bay.
He's not going to be able to attack him or anything.
Oh, no, actually, I mean, he does get a turn. He manages to hit it like across the face with the shovel. Again, sort of like dissipates the light that this ghost sort of emanates, this sort of magical light. For just a moment, it reforms, but you can tell that the ghost doesn't seem to like this.
All right, so my turn again.
Yes.
12.
Are you doing the ice
Yeah.
again? Okay, this time you get a little bit closer and you're able to carefully direct this ray that fires forth, freezing everything in its path, and it slams into the ghost. Roll your damage.
2.
2. All right. You see a chunk of this ghost actually becomes physical for just a moment as it freezes over and that chunk falls to the ground, and this portion doesn't reform on this ghost. It turns towards you and says,
How dare you, insolent creature!
And it starts to float towards you at this point.
Oh, that's not good.
It is going to fly up towards you and attempt to drain your life.
Misses.
That is a 10.
Misses.
Yes. All right. So it tries to fly up towards you. It doesn't get it. It tries to like reach for you, and you sidestep out of the way. It's unable to grab you to commence this process.
I'm going to say, Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm sent to help you. You have any magical powers?
No, I'm more of a ideas guy.
Here's the idea. You see him grab onto me, you just swing the shovel and disrupt him. That's your job.
You got it.
All right, so see if you can actually attack him at all.
Oh yeah, he's gonna.
If you hit him just right, it might catch some of the frozen pieces and rip a piece out.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
This is a 10. That's not gonna hit.
Yeah,
He's just swinging. He's
Good
just
try.
swinging.
Good
He's
try.
scared.
Good try.
I was gonna say maybe he slips on the ice that you shot the first time a little bit or something.
We'll do fire this time. See if fire does anything.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 1d10.
Did you roll the hit?
I did. I'm at an 18.
Oh, okay, nice. Definitely hits.
6.
6. All right. This time, this flame flies forth. You're right. I mean, you and this guy are like right next to each other practically. So it is not hard for you to hit where you guys are currently at. So you shoot this firebolt forward, slams into it. You actually see the ghost get knocked back from the impact of this magical blast this time. And it is pissed. It is upset.
Twitch, step in front of me. Protect me.
Well, I don't know about that.
The ghost is going to lunge for you once again. Ooh, that's like a 23.
Yeah.
All right. It is going to deal 10 necrotic damage. I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
17.
17. Okay. You feel sort of this cold, hand grasp inside, not to your heart, but more of like whatever soul you have inside of you, it grabs that. It's a weird sensation. It starts to pull it, but it's not able to pull it out of you as it tries but fails to drain your life force.
Okay.
You do take the necrotic damage, but it doesn't like steal anything from you. Twitch rushes forward with his shovel once again, trying to hit this thing. That's like a 16, so yeah, I'd say that hits. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Again, swings, kind of passes through this ghost, but you do see a little bit of disruption that kind of happens in there.
Okay, my turn. I'm going to move back 5.
Okay.
I'm going to move back 10 feet behind Twitch if I can as far so that he attacks him. Because, dude, I'm close to dying.
You book it and you rush away, hiding behind Twitch as you
Get him, Twitch. I'm hurt.
activate this spell that sort of makes your whole aura just blurry in order to make it more difficult for this ghost to attack you. Being that Twitch is in front of you and this thing is just out to get life force, it is going to lunge towards Twitch to attempt to drain him next. It fails. He's swinging that shovel and something about
Get away from me.
Twitch is just so intimidating, and his shovel, the flail is just so intense. So he just completely, he kind of backs off his attack. And he's like, whoa, keep that thing to yourself. It goes back to Twitch.
Hang on a second before you roll. I'm trying to think if I could give him anything that would help him in this battle. Oh, you know what I do against him? Let's see. I throw him my staff.
Oh, okay.
That I have. I go, here, use this instead. I throw him my staff.
And he says,
Wow, it is basically a shovel without the shovel part.
It's got magic. It's got, I guess if he's using the same thing, and then
yeah,
it wouldn't matter.
It's pretty much the same thing. Because your staff isn't technically magical.
No, I don't have a magical staff for some reason. I was just trying to...
It's that you can cast magic through it, but...
What's the shovel's damage, though, is the thing.
It's like 1d6.
1d6, okay, because crossbow is 1d6, too, but I don't know if a crossbow would do much. I don't really know what the shovel's really doing, to be honest with you. I'm just going with it. All right, yeah, never mind. Never mind. Just go ahead and attack him. You don't have anything for me? Another magical or something? Bro, I'm looking. I'm looking. I mean, if you don't got anything, I'll just hit him with the shovel. I got 300 tickets to Jar Jim's Arcade. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to hit him with the shovel.
And he takes a swing. That's a 4 total.
Sorry. You're distracting me, man. You got to shut up about this arcade, okay?
It does go back to you, though.
All right, we're going to use Magic Missile.
Okay.
6 damage.
Oh, +1 per dart. So 79.
9.
Nice. Okay. You, from behind Twitch, you fire these 3 magical projectiles. The third one hits it, and as it does, where it pierces, it almost looks like the ghost is on fire as it starts to ignite outwards and burns it up. And as it comes up towards its head, he says,
It was my opportunity.
and just fizzles out. And the ghost is gone.
I was like, oh, check on Bungus.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Bungus.
And he rushes over to Bungus. He's like,
Bungus, wake up, Bungus. Oh, Bungus.
and you see Bungus go,
I'm gonna take a nap.
All right, guys, I was sent to help you.
oh, you're the guy that Birkenrock sent?
Yeah, Birkenrock. Yeah, I'm the guy that Birkenrock sent. So he said you guys you're digging up some bones that you were gonna have some trouble with, and he tried to warn you or something, but you just kept going. I don't know.
Well, he was warning us that not to be messing around with Radicus.
Oh yeah, did you see what Radicus sent you to do?
Yeah, well, I mean, hey.
How many times has this happened to you?
Well, to us, not that many, but there are definitely some scroungers that have died because of this exact situation, and
You both would be dead if it wasn't for me.
well, hey, I appreciate that.
I think you owe me.
Well, I don't even know who you are.
All right, you can pay me in information.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about what you're doing here. I was just sent to help you for some gold pieces. Somebody's worried about you. I'm not gonna say who.
Is it my mom?
It was your mom.
You know my mom?
I don't know. I said the person that gave me the money said, "Here's some gold
You
pieces."
took my mom's money?
She said, "Protect my son." I don't know. I just went and did it.
Are you some kind of private eye or something?
No, I'm a scrounger just like you. She offered me money to do a job. I did it.
Okay, all right. Don't get your feathers in a knot. What do you want?
So, tell me more about this Radicus.
Okay, well, he works over at the docks. I think he's, dock security over in Atlantic Heights.
Okay.
I guess he, runs the night shift at the docks, and, he's converted his office into kind of his own little private, headquarters. And he's running this whole operation out of it. Hiring scroungers to go get bones from across the city and all the various cemeteries, graveyards. Hell,
How much
if you want to
paying?
kill somebody and get their bones out, I mean, that's a nasty job, but I've heard some guys are doing it.
How much is he paying you for bones?
Well, he gives you like 3 gold piece if it's just regular bones, but if you can get magic bones, that's where the money's at. He'll
What's
give
he
you like,
doing with the bones?
I don't know. He takes them into another room. I don't know. That's all I see. Puts them in a bag, takes them in the room. Bones are gone.
Yeah.
But it's like 7, 8 gold per bone. If
Per
you get
bone?
per bone if you get the magic ones.
So you get all 200 some bones. It's
Yeah, I know, right? But he's picky, right? If they're broken or poor quality or really rotted out, he doesn't want them, magic or not, right? So that's where it gets tricky. Also, between you and me, I'm pretty sure, so he's got this fancy device, right? This little like, what are those things called? Like a monocle. And he looks through the monocle and he can see if the bones are magical. But honestly, I think sometimes he lies to us. I think he doesn't want to give us the money when we find magic bones. I think he's like, oh, these are some ordinary bones. I guess I'll give you the low price, right? And, you know, that's just not right. That's not good business.
So is that why you're out here messing with this magical being?
Oh, I just
Right.
wanted the big bucks, you know?
And it almost cost you your life. Is it worth it?
Okay, you know, one night, once every like 10 guys, there's a ghost that comes out of these things, you know? And, you know, you don't think you're going to be the guy that it happens to, and then you do. You end up being it. You know, we're making a living out here. You're a scrounger. You get it. You got to take the jobs you got.
Exactly. I took your mom's money to protect you.
You got to stop bringing that up because this just feels wrong, you know? It makes me want to punch you. I don't know why. It's just some innate thing.
After all I've done for you,
Look, I appreciate that. I know, but like you just like in my face, you say, I took your mom's money. Like it's like, oh, you know, how would you feel if I took your mom's money?
Mom's dead.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything else that you want to know?
That should do it.
Oh, okay.
Are you safe?
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. You got see, this is the mistake I always make, right? I can't keep my mouth shut. That's what they're always telling me. That's what my mom's always telling me, in fact.
She did say that.
Yeah, that sounds like her. All right, look. I need you to do me a favor.
What's that?
Don't tell Radicus I said anything, okay? None of this came from me.
Absolutely not. I can't hardly even remember your name.
I appreciate that.
You have a good night, Twitch.
All right, you too. Hey, are you gonna try to go work with Radicus? Get some bones?
I might go dig up some bones, but this grave robbing isn't for me.
Oh, why'd you want to know so much?
Your mom paid me to come protect you, and I'm curious. If there's money to be made, people are going to pay me. I don't think I'm interested in this job, though. I mean, I don't want to fight one of these things every night.
Oh, that's fair.
Especially if it's only the magic ones that pay well, and you're only searching magic, and I fight one of these every time.
No, I get you. Look, here. Just between friends, right? I wouldn't go messing with this Radicus guy. He's pretty dangerous stuff. I seen him kill people on the spot for bringing him the bones he didn't like. So I get it. If you're not really into this kind of job, that's probably for the best, because it's scary stuff, and even more so than the ghosts. This guy is hopped up on so much euphoria, you would not believe it.
Euphoria?
Yeah, you know, euphoria. That new drug that's going around, the one makes you feel good. Radic has been spending every gold piece he gets out of this whole job on as much euphoria as he can get his hands on.
So he's making money with these bones somehow and then spending that money on the drugs.
Yeah, he's must have some kind of higher up or something. I don't know who it is, but yeah.
I appreciate your time. I'm glad you're safe.
Yep. Now I just got to drag my friend to, the old black market doctor.
Look out for him. I can tell you guys are good people. You're just...
Wow. I've never heard anybody say that before.
You just made bad choices. Maybe go home and visit your mom.
Wow, even my mom doesn't say I'm a good person.
Well, you do bad things, but that doesn't mean you're a bad person. Go visit your mom. Say hello. Maybe take a break from the grave robbing for a while.
Well, after the night, I think I probably will.
All right, have a great night.
All right, you too, whoever you are.
Dinkle beans.
Your name is Dinkle. Okay. Have a
What
good night.
Everybody, nobody uses a real name.
No, I get
Your
it.
real name is Twitch?
Yeah, look at me.
He just starts twitching a little bit as he's trying to drag Bungus away.
All right, then.
All right, and you guys go your separate ways.
So I'm going to go back to my house.
Okay. So you get back to the house, and by the time that you make it back all the way across the Asgardia district to get back to the Mediumville district, the sun is already up. Night has come and gone. The fight that you had with this specter was a lot longer than you realized it was, possibly because of some element of the specter. You're not sure. And so it is morning, and by the time you get there, nobody's there. But you do see signs, maybe there's old coffee that's still sitting out that's still warm, that they were there. But you're not sure where they would have gone from here.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just ask the Rocky Talkie. But I'm also thinking about leveling up. First of all, let's make this a little bit more exciting. Let's go to the arcade.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So you you grab the rock.
Yo, Jar Jim, let's play some games.
Oh, you want to hop into the arcade, do ya?
Says the voice of Jar Jim echoing into the rock. And with that, there's a bright light that pulls Lil Sauce into Jar Jim's Level Up Arcade. You hear the various sounds of all the machines and everything scattered around you, and he says,
"Oh, just you today there, Lil Sauce. Well, all right. Nothing wrong with that. What would you like to play today? And how many tokens?
What are the cost for tokens?
Yes, so large tokens, which give you things like level ups and proficiency, about all the bigger prizes, right, are 500 gold pieces each.
Mm-hmm.
And then the small tokens are 250 gold pieces, so it's half a bit.
Yeah, so let's use, I'm going to buy one big token.
Just one big token today. All right.
500 gold pieces.
500 gold pieces, yes. And you put the 500 gold, or you sort of hold up a sack of gold pieces in it. It sort of just floats there on its own, and the bag tilts over and opens up, and you just watch as 500 gold pieces quickly shoot out into this machine. And then as they disappear inside, you hear, and this large gold token pops out the bottom.
So let's just do something to upgrade my wizard class and my sales and stuff.
All right, sounds good. So for wizard games, there are two options. You have the one ring toss.
Oh, I think I did that last time.
Which is toss the evil magical ring over the mountains of Rodrom to ensure the destruction and earn tickets. And then the alternate game that you could be playing is called Counterspell Slapshot, which is basically air hockey. It says every time you slapshot the puck to the other side, it becomes a different visage of a magical spell. As your opponent, which would be probably some kind of robot or something like that, attempts to counter it back to your side of the table. So either one of the games,
like some hockey slap,
some air hockey. All right. As you pop that token in, from a couple games down, you actually see this just very like basic robot dude come walking out, and he says,
"Oh, wonderful! You played a 2-player game. This right here is my good friend Benji Boy."
Benji Boy.
Benji Boy. And Benji Boy helps me run the games that require 2 players when there's not 2 players to play. So you'll be playing against Benji Boy.
And Benji Boy grabs one of the little paddles. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, it'd be a paddle.
Paddle? Is it? Okay, yeah, the paddles. The little puck comes out, and you get to start with the puck, obviously, and the two of you start to slap shot this puck across the table. I'm going to have you roll me either, it's your choice, Arcana, History, or Medicine. And obviously you want a high roll.
20.
20.
Not
Is it
bad.
okay, is it added 20? Awesome. And then I'm going to have you roll me a D10.
5.
5. Okay. Wow. Okay. So you're slap-shotting this puck back and forth, and sure enough, by the end of the game, you have scored significantly more points than Benji Boy was able to achieve. You earn a little cup that pops out of the machine. You pop it open. It is 2 new wizard spells of your choice. They can be whatever level that you want to assign them to. And then you also earn tickets. You earn 1,000 tickets.
All right, what can I buy for 1,300 tickets?
1,300 tickets. Okay, so there's different categories of items that are scattered across. There's weapons. There are, and obviously all of these are magical. There's obviously armor and shields.
Is there any armor that's going to get me over 14?
There's 2 options within the amount of tickets that you currently have. There are 2 options. You could upgrade your armor that you currently have, which is odd because you just have robes on, to either be adamantine, which the only thing that will do is if ever a creature crits against you, it becomes a normal hit as opposed to doing the double damage. It'll just be normal damage. Or you could afford to get mithril armor, and that one just makes sure that you don't take disadvantage to stealth checks. It's not really beneficial to you because that's more of a heavy armor thing. So when you put on heavy armor, you usually have disadvantage because you're clanking around on stealth checks. So this would just upgrade it to make sure that it doesn't do that. So that's really the only thing that you could afford as far as that goes currently. There are some changes once you hit 1,500 tickets. You could just add +1 to your AC. Basically, you could enhance it. So
15.
Yeah,
So it might be worth waiting to get some more tickets.
could be.
Where's some of the magical items? Like,
Let's see. So there's rings. There's a handful of rings, or there's 1 ring that you can afford, and I don't think it's going to help you that much. It's just a ring of warmth, and it just means you have resistance to cold damage, and everything that you are wearing or holding or whatever else is completely unharmed by temperatures of -50. I don't think that'd be super helpful for you.
no.
Let's see here. We've got other wearable items. There's the Helm of Comprehend Language. 500
I
tickets.
think I have something with language.
Yeah, you can use an action to cast the Comprehend Language spell from it at will so that you don't have to use a spell slot. Unfortunately, there's not a huge amount. Now, then you get into the trinkets. So trinkets actually get kind of interesting. So 400 tickets, you could get the Ivory Goat figurine. And what that does is when activated, the figurine turns into a giant goat under your command for 3 hours. You can reset it because like after that 3 hours, it's done. You can reset it, but it costs gold pieces. You have to like literally put gold pieces in it. Like it's a little like coin machine. It costs 30 gold to reset it. So it's a little expensive. There's a Horn of Blasting. That's 450. It lets out a huge thunderous blast. Any creatures within a cone that it's blasted towards have to make a DC 15 save in order to dodge it.
What about weapons wise? You said, was there anything?
Yeah, there was a couple. Okay. For weapons, you can upgrade a weapon. You can just give it an enhancement. So any weapon you have on you personally, first of all, it makes
upgrade my staff.
Right. Yep. So first of all, it would make it magical. So in situations where you're fighting a ghost, it would do normal damage. Right. When a 20 is rolled, so when you do your nat 20, you'll do your double damage, and then it also will do +7 damage on top of that to that. Now, of course, that's a rare situation, right? You have for 500 tickets, you could get the Trident of Fish Command, and it has 3 charges, and when you expend a charge, you can cast Dominate Beast on a beast with an innate swim speed. It has to try to save against that, otherwise you gain control over it. So it's like Aquaman. There's a +1 boomerang. If you want a boomerang, you can throw at enemies and it'll come back. There's a +1 enchant weapon, so you can use this on your staff. Again, it'll just add +1 to hit and +1 to the damage that it deals. And of course, it's magical now.
I think I'm just gonna wait to upgrade the armor class. So
Okay.
I wanna thank Georgian for his time.
Of course.
I'm gonna ask a question for the day.
Sure. Yep. You can do that.
It has to be a yes or no question, right?
Yes.
Were the Legionnaires responsible for destroying Blankspace?
Yes. Yes, they were.
Did it bring joy to you, Georgian?
No, of course not. Hey, wait a minute. That's a second question. But just so you know, I don't wish ill upon the people in this world. I mean, I did, in fact, create it, after all. To some extent.
All right, well, I appreciate your time.
Of course. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving Benji Boy a little something to do. He plays the games all day long, and he gets a little bit bored of just playing by his own. And so it's nice when he gets to play against an opponent. And you gave him a run for his money, so I'm sure he'll be playing the game over there, the counterspell slap shot, for hours now, trying to get better at it. So that next time, if you challenge him, maybe he'll be a little bit more of a difficult challenge.
I look forward to it.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful day.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
There's a bright light that sends you back to your house.
All right, so last thing I'm going to do, I need some sleep. I need to get some points back. I'm going to take the rock.
Yep.
I'm going to set it down and let the beam shine and let the rest find me.
Okay, so as you take your rest.
And I'm going to put the rock down next to me, let the light shine through. Well, you know what? That's going to interrupt my sleep. So,
Is it going to bother you? So you'll do your sleep first?
No. I'm going to just set it on the head. I'm going to put it outside in the living room and let the rock shine and close the door and go to sleep.
I like it. All right,
And
sounds
I'll be
good.
back full rest right at 20.
Full health. And with that, we'll close out this episode of Criminals of Isla Numus.
Thank you so much for listening to Criminals of Isla Numus, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in a homebrew world created by me, Skylar Gorsuch. If you've been enjoying our show so far, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever it is that you're streaming from, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else that podcasts can be streamed. Or just check us out on our website, sessionzeroheroes.com. Additionally, if you enjoy Coin, you might enjoy some of Session Zero Heroes' other shows, such as our Benders and Brews and Avatar Legends Actual Play, where we jump into the world of Avatar The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra using the Avatar Legends system created by Magpie Games. Or one of our various one-shots, which we are currently coming out with, where we use a variety of games and TTRPG systems to tell a variety of fun, exciting, emotional, and hilarious stories within our group. We have all sorts of other content that we highly recommend checking out within the SZH channel, and more to come in the future. To find out more about what we do at Session Zero Heroes, and to keep up with a lot of the other content we produce and be made aware of future projects, shows, and content, be sure to follow us on social media on Facebook, X, Instagram, and Discord. These are all great ways to get in contact with our team, as well as to keep up to date with everything that we're creating and working on. We'd love to see you there. In the meantime, thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to stay curious, stay heroic, until we roll again.